But I'm talking here about the real world, where there are seriously important issues to resolve. And what is done in Brussels actually matters a very great deal. The real world is a place unknown to Nigel Farage, who has yet to give any explanation at all as to what he intends to build when at last he has finished tearing down. We know what he's against. God knows what he is for. It seems also it's not the real world of Theresa May or Jeremy Corbyn, both of whom are locked into games of party management, unable to rise their sights above their navels. The issues of the real world will hardly get a hearing through this campaign, because in Britain this is going to be an election about Brexit. Our European partners have looked at our country's performance over the past 3 years with sorrow, and then with bemusement, and now with impatience. And you can understand why. 3 years after the referendum, we still don't know where we are heading. So much for Michael Gove's claim that once we voted, we would hold all the cards. On more than 100 occasions, the Prime Minister declared that Britain would leave the European Union on March the 29th. She has now twice had to meet with other European leaders and plead for more time. Our country is humiliated by its own doing and by its failure to appreciate its place in the 21st century world. A Danish friend got it right when he said to me, you know, all European countries are small. Some nations just haven't realised it yet. You know, the Prime Minister's failure is our opportunity. An opportunity to protect our values, an opportunity to shape the future of our country. 3 years ago, the referendum divided families and friends, and those divisions persist. They're not going to be healed over in the next 3 weeks. Nigel Farage and his Brexiteer friends in the Conservative Party will see to that. But for Liberal Democrats, it's a time to stand up for fundamental beliefs. It's my belief that it's not just an error, but actually shameful for Britain to leave the European Union. What is it? The European Union? A partnership of nations, in many cases former dictatorships turned into democracies. The largest economic bloc in the world, the most successful peace project we've ever known. And united, you know, in the treaty. I don't know how many of you read the Lisbon Treaty in bed every night. But, you know, you'll see in the first 3 articles our values, our liberal values, what we like to think of our British values, reflected. That's the purpose of the European Union, to look after human rights, to protect democracy, to ensure that there was the rule of law and an independent judiciary. How much do we have in common? Europe's borders are our borders. Europe's climate is our climate. Europe's economy is inextricably linked to our economy. Pulling out of Europe would not be a mark of brave independence. It would be a demonstration of national cowardice. The British imperial lion running away from the problems of our continent with its tail between its legs. Running away. That's what Brexit means. And the threats our partners face across the continent are threats to us too. How do we maintain our European values when they're being challenged by the poison of populism, and in some cases across Europe by illiberal governments? How do we all stand up to Trump's America and Xi's China? And can any one country take on the monopolies of Amazon and Facebook with any hope of success? We know the answer. Strength comes through finding shared solutions to common problems. But first, we need to make our mark in these elections by making clear that we want to change from the rhetoric of Brexit. Change. Change. That's a word we will no doubt hear about a lot over the next couple of weeks. Unfortunate, isn't it, that people we have so much in common with, should have revealed in a secret briefing paper that they want to undermine and destroy the Liberal Democrats. Am I the only one who has no idea what Change UK is really all about? It just looks to me like a split waiting to happen. I expect it'll keep together for the next couple of weeks. I don't imagine that the 1,350 council seats we won on Thursday will have been hugely welcomed by Change colleagues. It communicated a clear message about the relative strengths of each party. If you're a Remain supporter, looking for the best way to use your vote on May the 23rd, or even when it arrives in the post in the next few days, then our message is this: Liberal Democrats are raising our game. We're taking off the gloves. We're coming out fighting. Theresa May's deal takes away our veto and our votes and our voice in Europe. It takes away our influence. We would be shut out of the room where decisions are made. It would leave Britain weaker and poorer. And we can't accept that. We won't accept that. We won't allow Farage and his friends to claim that they are the patriots. We are the patriots. We're the ones fighting for a strong Britain in a strong Europe. We're the ones who are proud to wrap ourselves in the Union Jack and proud to wave the flag of the European Union. We see no contradiction in bringing them together. And that's why I'm so pleased that the message our party communicates is very clear and very precise. Stop Brexit. We are not pro-European. We are European. Europe is our home. We are proud to bear the passports with the word European Union stamped on the front of them, because the European Union is a force for good, a powerful force for good in the world. And we have a vision for Britain. It could hardly be more different from that of Nigel Farage. We don't just want Britain to stay in Europe. We have the pride and the confidence to commit Britain to shaping Europe, engaging fully, issue by issue, proposing the actions needed, putting our words into practice, demonstrating by example. Our ambition is to put aside the embarrassment of recent years and turn Britain from a country that leaves into a country that leads. Liberal Democrats, let's use this campaign to be outspoken in proclaiming our beliefs. Let Britain be a leader, not a leaver, and let our country be a driving force that builds a strong, new European future. Thank you.